And just to give clarity so that there is no speculation, I've decided not to renew the membership of the EFF because I will join and participate in Umkhonto as a party. I am not going to speak here in Winnie-Madikizela Mandela House as to what is the basis of that, because that will be tantamount to campaigning already for Umkhonto as a party. So I'm going to be actively involved in Umkhonto as a party and shape its direction and the politics that are obtaining today in South Africa. So that is to end the uncertainty or speculations that have been obtaining in terms of what is going to happen. There is no specific position that has been assigned to me. There is no commitment or any promise of deployment to parliament or to anything. It's a decision that I have taken, and I think and believe that it will add meaningful value to the progressive and revolutionary politics that must be pursued by all the progressive forces in South Africa. Thank you very much.
Thank you, DP. CIC, I'll hand over to you to say something.
Thank you very much, members of the media, the officials of the EFF. I stand before you to accept the decision of the Deputy President of the EFF, who has voluntarily resigned his positions and did not renew his membership. When he sent me a letter yesterday, I felt the same pain when I received the news of the passing away of my mother. Because Floyd, to me, is not just a comrade, he's a brother. And he will remain a brother even when he pursues his political career differently. We formed this organization together. And I've told him that resigning from the EFF is equal to resigning from himself, because this is his organization. The constitution of the EFF does not allow people to resign and join other political parties and come back to the party. But I've made this offer to Floyd, that the day you decide to come back, you are more than welcome, because you are not a member, you are a founder of this political party. So you are not our enemy, will never be your enemies. We'll continue to engage on different political and personal issues. Floyd is not the only one. Jimmy Manyi has also resigned to go and join MK. And there will be many others who are going to leave the EFF because they've got their loyalty and support to the Deputy President. So fighters on the ground should be prepared for more people to follow. And this should not serve as a point of collapse for the EFF. This is a testing moment. The organization that has lived beyond 10 years has never been through this testing moment. The EFF will have to pass this test or it will have to die. And we, as members and leaders of the EFF, will defend its life, will make sure it lives forever for generations to come. It is the responsibility of the provincial leaders, the regional leaders, and the branch leaders to consolidate the ground and strengthen the branches of the EFF. This is not the end. It's a beginning of a journey, because we've turned 10 years and this is a new chapter for the EFF. So you can be rest assured that we are not going to be howling insult at each other. We are not going to be speaking bad about each other. Individuals make individual political decisions, and they will stand by those decisions. We all write our own individual history, and the Deputy President has decided to write his own history. And individuals will leave the organization, but the organization must still stand, because the organization must live beyond individuals. If it is an organization, it can't rely on the existence of individuals, including me as a person. If it happens one day, I die, the EFF will have to live beyond me, because the EFF has got its own founding manifesto, its own election manifesto. The EFF is well represented in Parliament and will continue to execute its responsibilities. Me and Floyd had a meeting yesterday at this place for a very long time, just the two of us. Because when I got the news, I was in Polokwane, and I asked to see him, and I met him. We had an open, frank debate about it, and then later we were joined by the SG. We spoke about everything, and then this morning at 10, we had a meeting of the officials, and then we were invited to the last lunch by the TG after the meeting. So before we came here, we ate together. Because there's nothing personal about political personal decisions. So you can be rest assured nothing is really going to affect our relationship. Well, I've got no relationship, none whatsoever, or association with President Zuma. I don't have any kind. So we fought President Zuma, and then when he was out, we're done with it. So to pursue him, even after his term of office, will be unreasonable. And that's why I never saw a need to speak bad about him in the elections, because my focus was on the main political party that we seek to remove from power. So I can't be concentrating on other political opposition parties instead of concentrating on the main target, which was the ANC and the DA. Those were the two parties ahead of us. So that's what we focused on. And I've never taken any platform to speak bad about President Zuma, because I believe that it's not my space to be fighting other small political parties. We need to focus on the main enemies of the revolution. There are people who spoke very bad about MK, spoke very bad about President Zuma, who are going to join him now. That's the nature of politics. Politics, if we're in the stock market, it was going to be a very volatile stock because of in and out. You can't say, no, they are here, they are forever here. So we take that risk as we continue to build the organization.